Chapter 2. Picking your game and getting the party started. Most poker rooms have an electronic board at the entrance, which has a list of games that are currently running. It shows the specific table numbers each game is being played at, the names of the people on the wait list, or if there is currently a seat open. A symbol by a name indicates they are a call-in and have not yet shown up to get a seat. There can also be interest lists for games that are not running that other players want to play if enough people sign up. If there is more than one game you are interested in playing, you may sign up for all of them. You will be given the first available seat, then you have the option to move to a different game when a seat becomes open at that one.
Hi, I'm good, thanks. I'd like to play Omaha 4-8, please.
We're going to get you right over here at table 19.
All right, sounds good, thank you.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
Good, man.
I want to play 2-3 no limit.
We do have a seat open, so grab chips right over here and then head on over to table 4. You can get this first one right here.
Okay, thank you.
Sweet. Can I get into the 1-2 no limit, please?
I don't have a seat yet, but I'll put your name on the list. What is your name?
Scooter.
All right, Scooter, you're third up.
You may want to ask the staff when you sign up for your game the procedure for getting your chips.
How much would you like?
Oh, I'm going to do 300.
Typically, it will be one of three ways, or a combination of them, depending on the room itself. 1. Buy them at the cage yourself. 2. Buy them at the table from the dealer or a chip runner. Or 3. Buy them at the podium. It is also helpful to know what the table minimum and maximum buy-ins are. If you get over the max, feel free to put the extra chips in your pocket to cash out or reload with later. And no matter what you see on TV or even YouTube, most rooms will not allow cash to play on the tables. Some poker rooms can take your phone number and text you when your seat is open. Just ask. If not, bide your time, take a walk around the room and read the room's signage, or text brag to your friends about your foray into the world of live poker. Etiquette would say that you should not stand directly behind an active player and stare, but it is fine to stand back a few feet to watch the happenings. Or just have a seat and chillax until you're called. When you are given your table assignment, head on over, grab your seat, give the dealer your player's card, and unrack your chips.
Is this table 23?
Yes, it is. Seat 8 is open.
Thank you.
Welcome to the game. Do you have a player's card?
Yeah.
Awesome.
A little general etiquette. There will be no smoking at the table of any sort. This includes vaping. Don't even try it. Please do not throw your chip rack on the floor. You may put it behind your back on your chair like the pros do, set it on an empty table, or hand it to an employee walking by. Also, don't be the space invader. At a poker table, we are all in the airplane's middle seat. We highly suggest using a card protector to, protect your active hands. Most people use a chip from their stack, but others like to get creative. Either way, put something on top of your cards to prevent them from being mucked by the dealer or another player. Here are a few tips about stacking your chips at the table. Rule: you must have your high denomination chips visible to all players and the dealers. No hiding of big chips is allowed. Strong suggestion: even though this video is geared for cash games, in a tournament, one should arrange their chips in stacks of 20, so a visual count is easier to calculate. This is generally standard practice in a cash game as well, but it is not actually required. Courtesy dictates that one should avoid building a wall of chips to prevent players down the line from being able to see if you have cards, if you are in a hand, or what your betting action is. On the same note, try not to cover your cards with your hands. Either of these annoyances can slow down the game and will make it harder on the dealer. A dirty stack does not need a shower. It is a stack of chips that has one chip of a different denomination in it. Most of the time this is done accidentally, and other players may point it out to you. But yeah, chips can get pretty filthy, especially if someone is eating fried chicken with their fingers at the table. Please don't. A little etiquette opinion. Piling your chips in a big mountain is borderline obnoxious, and it takes time away from the game. The reality in cash games, well, you can, but at some point the dealer will probably ask you to stack them neatly. If you are an online player, the software takes care of the action procedures. It is not uncommon for a new player to live poker to make errors when transitioning from a home game or online to a live poker game. The roles at the table. The dealer is in charge. Your opponents are not. The floor is the boss of the dealer. This does not mean the dealer will never make a mistake, so a player may point out a legitimate dealer error as needed. However, the floor is responsible for any or all rulings or correcting of procedural errors by the dealer. The player or dealer may call for the floor at any time if there is a problem at the table. A player should not make change or take chips from the pot. The dealer will handle that. This is a big no-no. The one chip rule. If you only put one oversized chip in the pot, it designates a call, not a raise. If you wish to raise, either verbalize raise along with the amount you are raising, or put more than one chip in the pot, or both. This player is raising to 30. Raises must be at least equal to the amount of the previous bet or raise. This player is putting more than one chip in the pot, indicating a raise, but he is not putting enough for a full raise, only 16 instead of 20. String betting is a no-no. When raising, one must push or put all of the appropriate chips out in one motion, or verbalize raise prior to acting. A player may not put chips out, then go back to their stack to get more to add to the pot. That's called a string bet. This player must take back the second stack she put out. This player announces raise with the amount prior to pushing his chips forward.
I'm going to raise to 20.
Raise.
This video shows a bet of $5, then a legal raise to 20, and then a string bet raise. The dealer properly makes the player take back the second stack. A call of the $20 raise must stand. Please try not to act out of turn. Online software does not allow for this, so it is a common error for new live players to make. In this video, a player is folding out of turn.
Wait your turn, please.
This is a minor infraction. In the next video, this player calls out of turn. This is a no-no.
Wait your turn, please.
Sorry.
And in this third video, a player is betting out of turn. For shame, for shame.
Wait your turn, please. Action is here.
Unlike a normal raise, you may go all in with less than the standard double the bet amount. In other words, you can go all in at any time, as long as it is your turn. A player following your action is allowed to ask for a count of the all-in wager. Generally, the dealer will count the all-in amount.
How much you playing? All in?
Player is all in. How much is that? Good luck, all in.
While you are allowed to ask the dealer how much is in the pot, they will simply spread the pot out so it is more visible and can be estimated or countered visually by the player asking. They will not actually count the pot.
How much in the pot?
Similarly, asking a player how much they have behind does not obligate the player or dealer to count their chips. The opponent only has to make sure their chips are clearly stacked and displayed so that you, the asker, can make the estimate visually.
How much do you have behind?
Most importantly, how do you actually win a pot? One or more players in the hand after the river and action is complete, you must show both of your cards in order to win the pot. In this video, despite clearly having the best hand, the winning player, must show both of his cards to get the chips.
25. Call. Both cards, please.
If there are no other players in the hand, as in they all folded, you may muck your cards face down and not show to win the pot. There will be no taking of the pot by a player. In this video, the two remaining players show their hands, and the winning player attempts to scoop the pot to his stack. This is the same as making change yourself. It's a huge no-no. The dealer will push the pot towards the winning player. Only then may a player take their winning chips, as demonstrated by this video. Here are a few other notes. Do not bend, mark, fold, or lick the cards. Do not pick the cards up off the table.
Cards on the table, please.
Want to move to an exiting empty seat? Just ask the dealer.
Hey dealer, can I have a seat?
Yes, you can.
Do you think you may want to change seats later and want dibs?
Can I have the seat change button?
Sure.
If the dealer makes an error, they may have to call the floor to rectify it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, sir. Floor, table 23.
Here is a strong suggestions summary. Announce to the dealer that you are going to raise, or announce the amount of your raise before you put chips in front of you to avoid confusion or string betting.
I'm going to raise to 20.
Raise.
Announce all in. Clearly, make sure the dealer hears you and throw at least one chip in front of you. If you are unsure of your hand, turn your cards face up instead of folding after all the action is complete. Cards speak. Let the dealers interpret the winning hand. There is nothing worse than not seeing you had a flush when your opponent turns over a straight. Pay attention to the action at the table. Do not act until you are sure what the action was before you and that it is your turn. If you are not sure, yep, you got it. Ask the dealer. Dealers are responsible for keeping track of the action at the table. Players are responsible for their own actions, whether it be to their detriment or not. You make sure the dealer understands your action and all will be well. A quick review. 1. String raises are a no-no. 2. Don't make your own change from bets that are out. 3. Don't make change from the pot. And 4. Do let the dealer make change. They each have their own system. Coming up next, some live play etiquette.